Have you ever paused to consider why the name PlayStation still carries a unique charge of excitement, resonating with millions of people across the globe? Even now, in 2025, after decades of unprecedented evolution in video games, there's just an incomparable feeling to powering up that console, hearing its iconic startup chime, and watching as the mundane backdrop of reality melts away into a world of pure digital possibility. Now, settle in, take a breath, and allow your imagination to take the lead. I work tirelessly to gather useful information for you, and in return, I'd simply ask you to subscribe for more informative videos and hit that bell icon button to help this community grow. For the next few minutes, we're not going to wade through the usual marketing jargon, spec sheets, or tiresome technical debates. We're diving into the essential human story of PlayStation. We're exploring the intangible magic woven into the very fabric of the brand, the collective memories it forged, the revolutionary future it's currently building, and the precise reasons this single name redefined the entire entertainment landscape forever. Let's start with a simple, personal exercise. Close your eyes for a brief moment, unless you're at the wheel, and vividly recall the very first time you ever held a PlayStation controller. Was it the original angular gray PS1 with its groundbreaking CD-ROM drive? Perhaps it was the ergonomically perfect DualShock 2 cradled in your hands while playing a PS2 masterpiece. Maybe you entered the fold during the PS3 era, when games dramatically leaped forward to feel genuinely cinematic and high definition. Or possibly, you're one of the colossal PlayStation 4 generation, an era defined by vast global communities, sprawling digital worlds, and storytelling so visceral it blurred the line between play and profound experience. Regardless of when you joined this journey, one truth remains. PlayStation mastered the art of making you feel something deep. That deep-seated emotional connection is exactly where the true story of PlayStation truly begins. PlayStation has always transcended mere hardware, circuits, and pixels. When Sony first pitched this audacious concept decades ago, the established industry skeptics simply didn't believe that gaming could evolve to be cinematic, profoundly emotional, a legitimate art form, or capable of changing lives. But PlayStation didn't just meet that challenge. It fundamentally rewrote the entire landscape. Take a moment to genuinely think about this. How many essential, formative memories in your life have been shaped by a PlayStation game? The whispered late-night sessions with friends, that one legendary boss fight that you'll carry with you forever, the moment a narrative conclusion hit you so hard you simply sat in silence, letting the credits roll. This single platform possesses an uncanny ability to track and follow us through the various phases of life. We mature, responsibilities pile up, people drift in and out, but the PlayStation somehow remains a comforting, familiar, and strangely grounding fixture. So, what is the secret ingredient that makes it so uniquely special? It's the unforgettable characters, the meticulously crafted worlds, the bold, fearless developers who treat games as profound works of art, and crucially, the millions of players who infuse the entire ecosystem with vital energy. Reflect on the first time you witnessed Kratos' raw fury against the Norse gods in God of War, or when you first trekked to the beautifully desolate ruins of The Last of Us. Remember when Spider-Man swung through a photorealistic New York, genuinely making you feel the exhilaration of having superpowers, or how Uncharted managed to pack a full-scale, Hollywood-grade action adventure film inside a tiny disc. PlayStation has successfully cultivated a magnificent, self-contained universe where every game is a potential doorway, every controller is a key to an adventure, and every player becomes an active custodian of a shared, powerful legacy. But here is the most beautiful part of this narrative. PlayStation didn't just deliver a collection of iconic titles. It built an entire ecosystem founded on asterisk emotional storytelling, narratives that can make us laugh, grieve, explode in fury, question our own assumptions, and in some subtle ways, even foster personal growth. While many competing platforms focus solely on being the fastest, the cheapest, or the most immediately fun, PlayStation relentlessly prioritized the creation of singular, unforgettable experiences. From its genesis, PlayStation never aimed to be merely a toy. Its ambition was to become a sophisticated, powerful medium, an artistic stage where developers could achieve total self-expression and where the ceiling for imagination was completely removed. That unwavering commitment to vision is precisely why people globally still choose PlayStation today. However, Let's move past simple nostalgia, because PlayStation is also in a constant state of transformation, evolving in ways even its most loyal, long-time fans couldn't have entirely predicted. Consider the monumental arrival of the PlayStation 5, which ushered in a new era defined not just by raw graphics or performance, but by a radical commitment to asterisk immersion. The revolutionary DualSense controller isn't just a vibration motor, it's a sophisticated communication device. It actively speaks to your fingertips, transforming mundane in-game actions into palpable sensations. The resistance of pulling back a bowstring, the distinct textures of footsteps on different surfaces, the mounting tension in the adaptive triggers during a high-speed chase. The PS5 definitively proved that gaming is no longer simply something you observe or hear, but something you profoundly feel. This inevitably leads to a single, tantalizing question. What comes next? Where does the PlayStation journey go from this point? We already know Sony is pouring massive investment into tomorrow. Artificial intelligence applied to gameplay, hyper-realistic performance capture, seamless cloud streaming, and the bold convergence of cinematic universes where games, movies, and shows merge into one continuous, unified experience. We are rapidly moving toward a future where PlayStation is no longer just a sleek box beneath your television. It will become a ubiquitous portal that follows you everywhere. A world where characters evolve dynamically, where storylines fluidly rewrite themselves based on your personal decisions, and where massive multiplayer environments feel genuinely alive, populated by AI-driven personalities that subtly adapt to your unique play style. Yet, despite all this relentless evolution, the core identity of PlayStation remains untouched. It is dedicated to giving you that singular place where you can escape, feel powerful, and truly become someone new. Let's take a moment to slow down and imagine walking through a silent, reverent museum. A museum not global history, but PlayStation itself. Every console, every generation, every memory is carefully lined up like priceless artifacts along a digital timeline. You see the original PS1, bold, experimental, utterly revolutionary. You see the PS2, still the unchallenged best-selling console in history, a digital titan that definitively shaped an entire generation. You see the PS3, the machine that finally brought true HD cinematic gaming into millions of homes. You see the PS4, the global community builder, the console that solidified gaming as mainstream entertainment. And you see the PS5, the modern powerhouse pushing the outermost limits of human immersion. Each console changed the world in some way. Each generation successfully captured a new era of players, and each one whispered the same thrilling promise. You haven't seen anything yet, but ultimately, beyond elegant hardware, it is the games that truly define PlayStation. Ponder the sheer creative bravery it took to realize worlds like a primal Norse mythology reimagined, a post-apocalyptic America saturated with heartbreak and redemptive hope, a breathtaking ghostly samurai saga that felt less like a game and more like a painting in motion, a superhero story that effortlessly outshone its Hollywood counterparts, a robotic futuristic wilderness bursting with mystery and wonder, or a dystopian Detroit where androids pose a profound question of what it means to be alive. These are not merely games. They're immersive, unforgettable journeys, and every journey inevitably leaves a mark on the traveler. PlayStation's goal is not for you to simply play. It wants you to deeply experience, to be transformed, and to feel something authentic. This singular philosophy is why people keep coming back, why new generations of players keep joining, and why every major console launch feels like a global collective festival. There's a powerful, universal quality to PlayStation, something that connects total strangers across vastly different countries, languages, and cultural backgrounds. You could step into literally any gaming community in the USA or anywhere else in the world, and you will invariably find someone who shares your exact memories. The same burst of excitement, the same crippling frustration from that one impossible boss fight, the exact emotional punch delivered by a powerful narrative ending, and the unforgettable thrill of opening a brand new game for the very first time. It is exceptionally rare for a brand to achieve this level of deep human connection. But PlayStation is more than a brand. PlayStation is an evolving culture, a culture that enthusiastically celebrates imagination, relentlessly embraces ambitious storytelling, and deeply values creativity, innovation, and genuine emotional impact. As technology continues its rapid advancement, PlayStation is actively preparing for something even more audacious, a future where the rigid line between gaming and reality begins to blur. A future where your console genuinely understands you, where non-player characters, NPCs, learn from your behavior, where storylines adapt seamlessly to your mood, your moment-to-moment choices, and your personality. Imagine a game that actually registers what scares you and subtly incorporates it. A game that notices when you're stressed and alters the experience to provide comfort or challenge. A game that changes radically every single time you play, even years down the line. This is no longer science fiction. This is PlayStation's roadmap. We are accelerating toward a future where games don't just entertain you. They actively seek to understand you, where immersion is no longer limited by a television screen, and where gameplay blends into reality in previously unimaginable ways. Yet, through every phase of this incredible evolution, PlayStation will continue to do what it does better than anyone else, crafting moments you will never forget. Moments like the first time you held the DualShock. Moments like the first time a story rendered you completely speechless. Moments like the first time you realized a game could be as emotionally complex as a great film, as inspiring as a masterful book, and as indelible as any real-life memory. That is a magnetic, undeniable magic that keeps people watching, keeps people playing, and keeps people believing. If you are still reading this, still here with your attention locked in, it is because deep down you feel that same intrinsic magic too. You know PlayStation is special. You know its world have fundamentally shaped you in ways words can barely describe. You know that every login, every triumphant mission, every stunning cutscene, and every desperate battle has become a priceless chapter in your personal story. And that story is spectacularly far from over. PlayStation will not stop. It will not slow down. And it absolutely will not settle for good enough. It will continue to innovate, surprise, challenge, and relentlessly push the entire gaming industry forward. Because PlayStation isn't just leading the future of gaming. Asterisk PlayStation is the future of gaming. Asterisk, and as long as there are players like you, who dream big, who crave adventure, and who demand more than mere gameplay, PlayStation will continue to give the world something priceless. A boundless place where imagination becomes tangible reality. A place where every player truly matters. A place where every single story stays with you forever. A place where every moment transforms into a cherished memory. A place where you can be anyone, go anywhere, and experience everything. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.